Hi, everybody. Joe Morgan here with Best Financial Life, your Danville financial planner, sharing some money moves that might be good for you. Here at Best Financial Life, that's what we're trying to do, build your best financial life. And that always starts by getting clarity with where you are today so that you can have control over where you're going. Now, the information I'm about to share is, of course, free. However, it is not financial advice. Financial advice needs to be specific to you and your situation. And by definition, that can't be the case on a video like this. I can only give financial advice to my clients where I know their situation, what they're trying to accomplish, and what they're trying to do. So please don't take anything said here as financial advice. What we're talking about here is more general concepts and money moves that might be appropriate or might not. I don't know. Depends on your situation. So if you are thinking about getting some help, or I may or may not be the best fit, I don't know, but reach out to me and I can help you find that best fit. My email address is joe@bestfinlife.com. The people that I normally work with the best are independent thinkers, people who want to know the why behind the reasons that they do things, um, people who focus on the bigger picture, people who want success over the long run and are not trying to optimize every single step, but they want to make sure that they get what they want out of life using their finances. And then lastly, I work really well with people who use conversation as a means of learning. I don't hand out a lot of books or articles or things for you to read. I want you to learn what's going to be best for you. And I find that I work best with people who discover that through conversation. So if those fit you, feel free to reach out and we'll have a conversation and see if we're a right fit. So on to our main topic. I got to get to my notes here. So today we're talking about checking your retirement contributions. With the market down so much, it's a good time to make sure that you're making the full contributions to your retirement plan, because as those contributions are made out of each paycheck, they get invested in the markets. And with the market down, you can buy low. That's always a good thing. The retirement for employer retirement funds, the limits today are $19,500 per year if you're age 50 or under, and $26,000 per year if you're over age 50. Now, how do we make sure we're on track? Well, the easiest way, the most thorough way, I should say, is to take your paycheck, your most recent paycheck, look at how much has been placed into your 401k year to date and how much is being put in there per pay period. Figure out the number of pay periods between now and the end of the year. Total pay periods are usually 26, if you get paid every 2 weeks, and of course 24 if you get paid twice a month. And then you got to do a little math there to figure out, what at this pace, what will be your end contributions at the end of the year. Remember now, if you're age 50 or under, you want to get to $19,000 and 19,500. And if you're over age 50, you want to get to $26,000. Now that's all for employer funded plans like 401ks. Those are the most common. If you don't want to max out, at least make sure you're putting enough in to get the match. And now you'll have to go look at your employer's plans to see what that amount is. But normally it's 3 to 4% of salary. And we want that because that's free money. They're matching your contributions each pay period. Now, what about IRAs? Well, in order to contribute to IRAs and take a tax deduction, you must have lower income. If you're single and covered by an employer plan at the same time, your income is limited to $75,000. If you're married and covered by an employer plan, your income is limited to $124,000. Now, when I say income, I mean all income, right? Everything. So that's not very much income to have that tax deductibility to give to an IRA, to put into an IRA. Now, you can always put in non-deductible contributions to an IRA. What do I mean by that? Well, you can put money in an IRA and not take the tax deduction, and it will still be in the IRA, and the earnings on those funds will be tax deferred until you take them out. Now, why would anybody do this? Well, it's a good question. It's typically not a very good strategy, And I've seen people get mixed up because you've got to keep track now of how much money in the IRA has already paid tax and how much hasn't. And most people are not willing to keep such detailed records. So I would say stay away from the non-deductible contribution if you can help it. So what gets in the way of making sure your retirement contributions are on track? It takes time to figure this out. Like I mentioned, there's a little math to this, right? You've got to take how much you've given so far this year, how much you put in so far this year, how many paychecks you're going to get before the end of the year, and take the difference between your max contribution, the amount you've already given, divide by those number of paychecks, and that'll tell you how much you need to put in per paycheck. And it can get even worse because most employers won't allow you to say, I want to put in X dollars. They say you have to put in X percent. So then you got to convert those dollars to percent. So there's a little bit of work here. But here's the good news. You only have to do this once per year, one time per year. And really, if you just do it once and let it carry over to the next year, you're going to be pretty close. The limits have been going up pretty much every year. So they may go up again next year. But if you hit last year's limit this year, you're going to be pretty close to maxing out. You're going to be pretty good. So you don't have to do this very often. So that's our topic for today. Checking your retirement contributions to make sure you're on track to get where you want to go. Now, if you have any specific questions or anything you'd like me to address, please let me know. Again, my email address is joe@bestfinlife.com. Be happy to address them on these short videos or be happy to have a direct conversation with you, whatever makes sense for you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.